I started out my career as an engineer and then moved into the business world, finance, product management. Actually had a 36-year corporate career when I was evaluating other opportunities and came across this Medi-Weightloss opportunity.
Well, I have a background in direct sales, public relations, and marketing communications, as well as lead generation and extensive volunteer work in the community.
So our clinic is located in the Noblesville, Fishers area, which is northeast of Indianapolis. I vividly remember the introduction I had to MediWeightloss. A friend of mine shared the opportunity, described what it was about, and I was immediately intrigued with it. So I was very interested from the first moment. Well, I probably did more than due diligence than I needed to, but that's just my nature. I'm highly technical, highly analytical, and I turned this business inside out, understanding the economics, understanding the market opportunity, understanding the profitability and the investment required. Talked to several clinic owners and really enjoyed that, got a lot of insight on that, and I was very comfortable. The day I signed, I was very comfortable, very satisfied.
Well, as John had mentioned regarding the amount of due diligence that we did in evaluating the opportunity, John was all in, very deep dive on looking for all of the details. Was this going to be the right fit for us? And I think what you found the most helpful was in speaking with the folks with the National Advisory Council. Those clinic owners were able to share their perspective, and they were very forthcoming and willing to share the struggles as well as the triumphs that they've experienced in owning a clinic. And also the staff was very patient because we took a lot of time in making sure that this was a smart decision for us, and we've been very pleased.
What I found worked well was to paint the picture of what our mission was about, what we intended to accomplish with our clinic, and find a medical doctor who is aligned with that. And once I began to describe that, I could pick up on their excitement that they wanted to be part of it. And it was actually much easier than I thought to recruit a medical director. We have an outstanding medical director, and that worked out really well.
And I'd like to add regarding recruitment of the medical director, we did a tag team approach. So we both interviewed the medical director. We were able to ask questions that were, important to us. And so that was important that we had that double exposure to the candidate to make sure that this person would work well with us and also be a good ambassador for us with our clinic.
Well, the support is outstanding. One of the things that I picked up on as I worked with different people in the corporate office is how much I think we're birds of a feather. I felt like the same level of integrity. I felt the same passion for what we're doing. I really felt like there was a compatibility between us and the corporate office. The level of support is excellent. We have a franchise consultant that's assigned to us. I'm amazed about how quickly he responds to any question I have. It doesn't matter what the question's about. He seems to know everything about all aspects. So it's very helpful. It's a very comfortable feeling to know that I have him to contact, and because I know he'll figure it out with me.
When we came down for the very first visit to the corporate office, we were immediately impressed with the amount of infrastructure that's in place to support the franchisees. And for myself, I manage the marketing and community outreach for the clinic. And it's been great. One of the things that I like best is having a dashboard that's like a roadmap for us to follow with our communications plan. And the development of that dashboard is a collaborative process. So I can work with the marketing team to figure out what is the best tactic for us to reach our goals within our monthly budget. And furthermore, when it's time for any question that I might have, they are very responsive. If they don't have an answer, they'll work with another teammate and get back to me. So I've been very pleased. And one more thing about the communications program. The first year, they're hand in hand working with me. And then the second year, the training wheels are going to come off, and I'm going to be the one responsible for it. But I do know that they will be available as a resource or a sounding board, and also can help me, if I do need something from them.
Well, that's part of my due diligence, was really understanding to what extent it would be turnkey. The level of resources, the information, the infrastructure in terms of our computer system, the equipment that we have, was all, we were set up to get going right away to begin the business. If Margaret and I decided to, on our own, create a medical weight loss clinic, there's no possible way we could have done that. Well, with MediWeightloss, we absolutely are doing it because of the offerings that the company provides us.
Right. And being that we are business owners, hiring the best medical staff that we have to take care of our patients, we can focus really on the day-to-day operation and leave the care of our patients to our very skilled medical staff.
In terms of the financial performance and revenue, we're only 2 or 3 months into the business. I will say that it's exceeding my expectations. I had very thoughtful expectations going into this, and it really is exceeding it. What I'm especially impressed with is, given that the volume is building, is the revenue generated for the volume of activity that I have. That actually is surprising me, that the revenue is coming on that strong on a kind of per patient basis.
And I would say on a day-to-day basis, John is there tracking performance, and the spreadsheets that are in place, plus the reporting capability that Medi provides, we are able to stay on top of what's going on in the clinic. And if we do see something that we don't like, we've been able to talk with our regional franchise consultant and say, we're noticing this trend, and nip it in the bud before it becomes a problem.
It's not so much that it's not that we don't like, it's where I'm confused about a result. If I look at a result and I don't know why is it that way, it's a really good conversation I have with the corporate team, our consultant specifically, and he'll be able to explain, well, here's what's going on. And every time I've gone through that kind of process, it's like, oh, I get it, and I see now what the implications are for the future, and it's okay.
And also you might try a certain approach or change up something, and then we can have that dialogue so that we can make an adjustment right away.
Excellent.
Well, we had a decision to make about whether or not we would be accepting insurance, and we had that always in our plan that we were going to do that. I understood that it was going to take months to complete the credentialing process and get set up. Within the first 3 weeks, we had the 3 major insurance companies in our state covering perhaps 80% of the population. There are 2 big positive aspects to insurance. One is it enables so many people who could not otherwise afford our program to participate, because their insurance company is supporting them in that effort. And when I talk to patients, I make a big deal about that. Your insurance company wants you to be here, and they're paying us to take care of you. The other big factor is the credibility that it gives our program. What kind of commercial weight loss program is covered by insurance? Not many others that I know of. I don't think of any others. And that's immediately compelling, that I can describe that, well, yes, in fact, this company, this company, and this company, in effect, has endorsed us and said, yes, we want to have you treat our patients, and we will pay you for that.
And I'd agree to that, because in informal conversations with people, whether it's in a restaurant or the workout center or just informal gatherings, when we're describing our business, the fact that we accept insurance really sets us apart, because, to your point, it's medical, it's legitimate, and we're able to bill out for our services. So that's really a differentiator for us.
When we contemplated doing this business, there was actually multiple considerations. One, will we make our money back? Was it a good investment? But more importantly, what will the experience be like? How can we impact people's lives? And we've treated a few dozen people already. There's multiple stories of where we've really enhanced their life. One stands out in particular. A patient came to us with type 2 diabetes, dependent on insulin. So daily he has to take insulin. He joined our program, he lost the weight, and his endocrinologist took him off the insulin. He is no longer on insulin as a result of coming to our program. Now, in the day-to-day operation of the clinic, I don't spend much time with patients because that's where the clinicians do that. But I say hello to them, and I was saying hello to him. He was sitting in our consult room, and I was standing in the hallway. He made a point of standing up and reaching his hand out and shaking my hand for us delivering this service and making it available. It had a really profound impact on me.
And I'm not in the clinic on a day-to-day basis. I pop in to lend a hand where I can. My focus is on marketing and community outreach. But I hear the stories that John shares with me every day with an impact that we are making in people's lives. And even from the standpoint of the one-on-one consultation that you are having with our clients that share their personal story and what a struggle it is with weight loss, and showing the commitment that we have to them, and that one-on-one consultation where they know we're their champion, it really makes a difference, and again, is a differentiating factor with MediWeightloss.